Despite advancements in food security across the globe, the number of hungry and undernourished individuals remains alarmingly high. The latest State of Food Security and Nutrition in the World report, published by 5 UN agencies, paints a stark picture of our current reality. In Africa, 1 in 5 people faced hunger last year, a staggering contrast to the global average of 1 in 11. In Kenya, the situation is even more dire, with the share of undernourished individuals rising from 28.2% in 2004 to an alarming 34.5% last year. These numbers are not just statistics. They represent real lives, families, and communities under the weight of food insecurity. The urgent need for action has never been clearer. Now we turn to the heart of this crisis, our farmers. They are the lifeline of our food systems.
When I was employed, then I saw the pay slip is so shady, it cannot even feed me. And then it clicked my mind, why can't I keep kuku? Then I bought a kuku at Jogo, and within no time, I'm seeing the chicken feeding my family.
Nafanya parachichi kama Kilimo Biashara. Hapo tumepanda mahindi awali, tumepanda mimea mengine kama chai, lakini hivi sasa tunaona avocado inafanya mambo mengi. Ni chakula ambayo iko na chakula iliyohitajika katika miili yetu. Very rich in nutrition.
I have a passion for dairy. My father was a dairy farmer and I took from him. He really loved dairy farming, though he was a businessman, he was a butcher, but he also had some dairy animals. From there, I came to like the dairy cows because I interacted with the dairy cows when I was still young.
Kulikuwa na wakati mwingine nilikuwa nimepanda mahindi. Sasa shamba langu ilikuwa imekuwa na slope kidogo. Sasa hiyo mvua ikakuja, mvua kubwa sana, ilikuwa inaitwa El Nino. Ikapepa mchanga. Nikaangalia hii mchanga itaenda na itaisha. Nikasema wacha nijaribu nipande miti like plugam. Nikafikiria nikasema bana, plugam haitanipea pesa. Nikaangalia historia ya coffee. Coffee inakaa up to 100 years. Nikasema wacha niweke coffee. Sasa nikaweka coffee sasa. So after now, nimepanda coffee peke yake. Na miti, nimeweka intervals ya crivelia ndani ya kawa.
Yet they face immense challenges every year. Let us listen to their voices as they bravely share their stories and their struggles.
Challenges we have as women, especially I can put it general, women in the community wanaona ni watu wanafaa kukaa na kulishwa. Mzee amejiamini ya kwamba akitoka analeta, so wamekandamishwa kiasi, hawawezi, wanapewa ka space kidogo. That is why we come in with poultry, wacha wamama ufanye na hiyo space yao.
We have challenges in dairy. One of the biggest challenges is feeds. Once you are established, you have a good structure and you have enough feeds, then you are good to go. The other challenge that we have in dairy is breeding. We don't have a very reliable inseminators who can breed our animals. We plead with the county rather to actually help us in extension services and provide inseminators who can actually improve our breeds.
Tumekuwa na shida kwanza ya seedlings, lakini hiyo shida tumejaribu kutafuta mbinu, kwa sababu lazima tupate seedlings ambazo zinatoka a certified source of rootstock na mother block ya science. There are a number of things we need to know, kwa sababu mother block ya rootstock lazima iwe certified na HCD na KVIS. Pia the science mother block ya science lazima iwe certified pia na hizo organizations. Therefore inakuwa maanisha kwamba tutapata science seedlings ambazo zinatoka rightful source. Hiyo ni challenge kubwa tulipitia, tukanunua zenye asikuwa certified, tukapata mbegu sio zile. Ya pili ni kwamba market. Kuna watu wengi wanafanya biashara katika hii parachichi. Wengi wanataka kufanya biashara sawa, hawajali mkulima. Sisi kama wakulima tuliangukia, tukanunuliwa kwa bei mbaya sana. Kuna wale wa brokers, the middlemen ambao wamekuwa wakizunguka katika mashamba yetu. Wengine mpaka wanafuna matunda, wanaenda warudi, hawalipi.
Hii ukulima ya samaki nilianza 2018. Nilianza na fishbone moja. Then kwa hiyo fishbone moja nilikuwa nimeweka samaki ambayo sikujua ilikuwa ni samaki. Nilitembelea mkulima akaniambia nichukue fingerlings. Nikaleta hizo fingerlings, kumbe ilikuwa ni machura. During the harvesting nilifikiri na harvest samaki, kumbe nilikuwa na harvest machura.
Away from the challenges, farmers' access to markets is essential for improving income, reducing post-harvest losses, and ensuring fair prices for produce. It encourages sustainable farming practices, fosters innovation, and connects farmers with consumers. According to BioVision Africa Trust, Agroecology promotes the right to food by supporting local food systems. When communities grow their own food, they take charge of their health and their futures.
We believe that farmers are very important to our food system in this country. Without farmers, we can't be who we are. And this is again a very important obligation that farmers contribute to. As one great agronomist, an American, said, food is a moral right to all who are born into this world.
African Union Commission AUC also shares the same belief on the importance of agroecology.
And right now we have a Soil Initiative Africa a framework which is being worked on, and it's about very important questions on soil health. What is it that is not working? And organic agriculture, agroecology is one of the key pathways that have been identified to remedy that.
We have another important program that has very important components that ensure we actually do farming with nature so that we don't destroy our nature, and that is Agroecology Promotion Program. Today, as we speak, everyone is concerned on how do we increase production while keeping our environment safe, while ensuring that our soils are still productive, are still healthy to sustain production for us today, and also to ensure that our soils are still productive for even into the future, for our future generations.
But let's go back just for a moment. What's agroecology? According to ecology called organic agriculture, agroecology isn't just about farming. It's about creating a sustainable food system. By using practices that enhance soil health and biodiversity, we can produce more food while protecting our planet.
Adopt and embrace sustainable farming practices like agroecology. And when you talk about agroecology, we talk about farming with nature, where farmers can practice agroecological practices like crop rotation, zero tillage, use of compost manure, use of farmyard manure, companion farming, mixed crop farming, agroforestry, where they integrate trees in their farmyards. These are some of the practices that can enhance resilience and sustainability of our agri-food systems, hence enhancing food security and nutrition.
On sustainable practices that consider soil health, consider crops and livestock in a manner that we do not destroy our environment, and ensure that we can still increase production, we make food available for everyone. This will be moving towards that vision of ensuring that everyone has access to food and can also get it.
The Kenyan government has placed food security at the center of its development agenda as part of the investing in production to smoothen consumption model. It's working to ensure that every Kenyan has access to affordable and nutritious food.
We are subsidizing inputs like fertilizer.
Dr. Andrew Mwihia Karanja, the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture, shares insights on national policies contributing to food access and the government's effort to promote agroecology and enhance resilient food systems.
And what the government has done is to make sure that farmers' cost of production is going down. We are subsidizing inputs like fertilizer, so that instead of buying at 6,000, they are buying now at 2,500. And that makes food production to go higher. And what has happened is that as the food production has gone higher, the cost of living, for instance, the cost of unga has come down significantly. And that makes sure that everybody who has want to buy unga can be able to access that food for the family.
But before we talk about the initiatives put in place to ensure the country is secure, the Food Agriculture Authority FAO says that food insecurity cannot be solved by policies alone. It requires action at every level, from national strategies to local communities with support from different stakeholders.
So many countries in the world, Kenya must be one of those very few that has actually put the issue of right to food and nutritious food, quality food, in the Constitution. Article 43 of our Constitution actually gives this right to citizens, that they have a right to food. Now FAO is picking from here and saying that how do we make sure that, one, we create the sensitization that is necessary and awareness. Number two, we pass on the technical knowledge to the people who do the production, to the people who deal with matters of nutrition, to the people who are in the areas of environment. That is where also the climate changes, you see. And on the areas of governance, how do we make sure, FAO being a knowledge-based organization, that we equip adequately the teams, the people that are concerned throughout the value chain with the necessary technical knowledge and know-how to make sure that there is food.
Every year in October 16th, the globe marks World Food Day. Founded by Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations in 1945. The day is marked to promote healthy diets and eradicate hunger issues by 2030.
This is one day that is marked to create awareness on what? One, the importance of food and nutrition security. Two,
how do we make sure that everyone has food on their table? 3, what do we do to make sure that everyone has food on their table and it is a nutritious food?
This year's World Food Day was hosted by Nandi County, a region well known for its agricultural activities.
So we as a county government view the right to food as one of those critical components of ensuring that you have a healthy society and a society that can contribute to the various aspects, whether it is economic, whether it is social. The right to food is critical. And we as a county government are excited that this year's theme will give us an opportunity, both the participants, stakeholders, partners and development agencies, to synergize our efforts to ensure that every Kenyan across the country accesses food as a fundamental right.
Across the country, local communities are coming together to solve the food crisis. Women are at the forefront of smallholder farming, and youth are bringing innovation and energy to the agricultural sector.
I wanted to empower these ladies to show that boldly is money. How are we going to do it? Why can't we visit each and every member with a kuku of 2 months, kienyeji, and 1,000 shillings? We moved all around our sub-county Chesume. Tunatembelea member, tunaacha 22,000 and 22 chicken. Na tukasunguka hivyo. So we empowered ourselves mpaka kila mtu alikuwa na kuku ya kutosha.
Nahimiza sana hasa vijana, kwa sababu tunaona kilimo ile ingine inakuwa na shida kwa sababu wazee wanashikilia. Saa ile wazee wakiseeka kasi inasimama. So hii kilimo ya parachichi hata vijana wanaweza fanya, ni kazi rahisi kufanya na pia income ni juu.
Ningependa kuambia vijana wenzangu, tusingatie chakula yenye haina kemikali. Kama vile tutumie natural resources chenye tuko nazo. Maybe kama kupanda vitu kutumia mbolea ya wanyama wetu.
In a strategic effort to address nutritional challenges in the host county, Stephen Sang, the Nandi County Governor, emphasized the importance of a collaborative, multi-sectoral approach to the policy implementation, noting that this synergy is key to fostering social development and improving public health outcomes.
So we as a county government have various initiatives, including partnerships with various organizations and partners in the various programs. As we speak right now, we have a multiple of programs around the various value chains in maize, in beans, in potatoes, in fruits, and many others. Our intention also is to increase, to support our farmers to diversify into various value chains beyond the traditional value chains that we have had in Nandi for a long time. And therefore supporting our farmers to have high value crops that will give them disposable income in their pockets would allow them to access all these other, we have nutritious food that are not produced within the county. How do you ensure that you have food and nutrition security? One of those ways is to ensure that they have resources in their pockets so that they can be able to do that. So our engagement also with our farmers through the various programs run by the county and in conjunction with the various development partners is to increase productivity.
Food is more than just a necessity. It is a fundamental human right. In Kenya, the right to food is recognized in the Constitution, but the right remains out of reach for too many families.
800 million people globally are facing hunger. They cannot access food. They cannot access nutritious food. We also need to take stock here in Kenya that 40% of Kenyans are facing food scarcity. They cannot afford food, they cannot access nutritious food. And actually, 30% are children under 5 years who are facing chronic malnutrition.
FAO works closely with the government and various stakeholders to ensure food security is achieved by developing ways of growing food that will work in the future so that millions of people don't go hungry.
So number one partner that we have out there as FAO is the government itself. So we work very closely with them. So that is one of the first partners that we work with. And then now we bring the other partners who are within the UN. Presently we have projects in the field that are almost about 11 of them that are really working around the issues of building resilience, climate change, adaptation and mitigation across the country.
The Kenyan government has placed food security at the center of its development agenda. As part of the investing in production to smoothen consumption model, it's working to ensure that every Kenyan has access to affordable and nutritious food.
We, as a Kenyan government, would like to value all the collaborations we can do with you so that we make Kenya food secure. Not only for food secure, but also we make sure that our people have nutritious food. And we cannot do this without partnerships and collaborations, especially with the private sector, our county governments, and other development partners. So feel free and be part of us in this journey to make sure that all the Kenyans, wherever they are, have our food secure.
Very important focus on policy. We want to see how do we develop policies, and especially policies that contribute towards sustainable agriculture.
As all stakeholders work together to develop a secure food system, what are the expectations of farmers?
Nashukuru kwa sababu kuna support kutoka departments mbalimbali. Tunazidi kuhimiza sana ili watusaidie. Hasa ile bills ambao inawekwa katika eneo za bunge ili waone inakuwa friendly katika kilimo ya parachichi ili wakulima wasifunjike moyo, kwa sababu hii ni njia moja ya kuweza kufanya hata watu watoe kodi nzuri kwa sababu wako na pesa.
Can we support the vulnerable in the community? Can we support women? That is where the genesis of food in every family, in every household.
My message to smallholder farmers is that each and every one of us has a contribution to make. It doesn't matter how small or how big your farm is. Just keep producing, and together we shall do it.
My message to the farmers, to the small-scale farmers, is to integrate and to adopt agroecological farming practices. In simple terms, farmers need to adopt practices like crop rotation, mulching, compost manure application in their farms, mixed cropping, companion cropping, zero tillage, practices that are actually enhance the resilience of their soils and can sustain their farms for a longer period of time, while at the same time increasing productivity and ensuring that we have food security and nutrition in our country.
My message is don't give up. There's innovation, there's new technology, and there's persistent agencies who are working with you, sharing both the burdens of climate change, but also sharing the opportunities. Believe me, if there's one country that can do it, it's Kenya.
In the face of growing challenges posed by unhealthy diets, all forms of malnutrition, and environmental constraints, there is need for innovative research across food system that informs and supports farmers. The vision is clear, hoping for a Kenya where no child is hungry, where every family can enjoy the bounty of the land, and where food security is not just a dream, but a reality.